big with 2 G's. I'm going to repeat that. That's big with 2 G's. So we got another episode of the BiGG Umbrella Podcast. That's big with 2 G's. I'm going to repeat that. That's big with 2 G's, the BiGG Umbrella Podcast. And we got my dog. Hey, y'all may not know him as this. I know him as Noise because this is way back in the motherfucking day.
Yes, sir.
A lot of y'all may know him as Mario or Mario Barber, but we got this man here now.
Yes, sir. Hey, man, I appreciate you having me. This is a pretty dope thing you're doing out here for the city, man. A lot of people are underground, and I feel like you're helping out the city in a sense of putting their craft out there and helping them out and putting their story out there and who they are. Because a lot of people see an image of us and they probably think like, oh, I see him on IG and he's this and this and that. But at the end of the day, people don't really take the time to sit down and have a conversation how me and you are having and realizing, man, who is this dude?
And that's what we're doing here.
So that's why I'm happy to have you here at my shop and to see what we get into.
Of course, you know the fuck.
I'm ready.
Like
I'm ready.
You've been taking care of me for goddamn 10 years. Like we can start off with shit. Where are you from? I mean, I know where you're from.
Well, look, I'm from Nestor area, which is this area. It's not Imperial Beach. It's not nothing else. It's in the middle of heart of San Isidro, Palm Avenue, Imperial Beach, Del Sol. We're in the middle. Mm-hmm. So, that's where I come from. This is where I was born and raised. I went to high school down the street, elementary school to Emory. Mm-hmm. I'm from here. You know what I mean?
So I know.
I'm from here.
My man. So we can even go back to high school. Why I know him as Noise. This man was a goddamn jerker with the light blue skinnies on and shit, jerking off the curb. You gotta touch on that way back, because this nigga he was one of the first niggas I knew wear these light blue skinnies and shit.
Well, look, this is the thing about that. I used to do a lot of party crews. For everybody that knows about party crews at Daygo, that shit was a popping thing to do back in the day growing up. But really, the inspiration of being different was something always in my mind. Like, I remember going to high school wearing turquoise. I remember the fit.
I remember the fit.
Turquoise jeans. It was like a gray Hollister shirt, and it was like some black blazers.
Suede blazers.
Yo, that shit. Those blazers were fire. Shout out to Nike. Fucking, I remember going to high school, bro, and everybody was like, "Yo, why are you dressing like that, bro? You look funny." And I used to be like, "Man, what is it to you, bro? Like, if I'm dressing how I'm dressing, that has nothing to do with you. Don't be mad at me how I'm dressing." So whatever that went about, and we used to jerk, we used to crump heavy. But point being, back to the turquoise pants, I remember everybody was laughing. I remember the following year, everybody started dressing the same way. So I mean, I don't know. You tell me what it is. Is trendsetting, or is it just people hating and not having the balls enough to do what they wanted to do?
I feel some more on that.
Me myself, I've always been like, yo, I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
You like me or you don't, but at the end of the day, I'm going to keep going about my life, man.
That even wanted me to touch on what even made you want to be like, I don't want to stray with the crowd. I'm going to be different.
Shit. That's a good question.
Yeah, because I mean, obviously you got that spirit in you. It's like, nah, nigga, I'm not really trying to do that. Like, I'm on my own shit.
Honestly, man, I think about, when I go back as a kid, I remember growing up with my grandma. Mm-hmm. I remember growing up with my 2 brothers, Miguel and Victor, and I always remember being the outcast kids, seeing everything from a different point of view. As
far as all y'all as brothers, or just you on your own?
Me as an individual myself.
Okay, for sure.
I would just look at my surroundings and be like, man, I want to do something. I don't want to be an outcast. I don't want to be a show off neither as well. Right. It was more so like, man, I'm just gonna be me. Like,
I want to create my own lane.
I want to create my own lane. Exactly. I want to be creative. I want to do what nobody else is doing. You know what I'm saying? So that's where that came from for me. You know what I'm saying? Just seeing my brothers not really being motivated themselves. Me being like the guy that was kind of like motivating my family. So that's where I took that how do you say it? That route. Yeah. Exactly.
For sure. And like you just touched on a little about your brothers. Like how many? I mean, obviously I know all this shit. So let's keep it 100.
Yeah.
Like for those who don't know, how many brothers do you have?
Well, it's 5 boys and 2 girls. There's 7 of us.
Okay.
That's 3 younger ones, which is my brother, me, and my other brother, which is Victor Miguel. We come from the same mom, same dad. My 2 other siblings, my 4 other siblings, which is my 2 sisters and my 2 older brothers, they come from the same mom, but different dad as well. So it's 7 of us, but I'm number 6, like I tell everybody. So I'm number 6.
Yeah.
For
sure. And now what you, like you said, like you had to take on so much because it's like everybody wasn't on your same lane. how did that weigh on you having to take on so much, even probably as a child type shit? Because you already had that different
You know what was my
mindset.
biggest inspiration, man? Being a kid, growing up with my grandma, bro. Wondering why my parents didn't try as hard as other parents that I seen growing up. I remember being outside playing ball with all my friends and my homies, and I remember there would always be a time where people would be like, yo, I'm gonna go on vacation with my family, this and that, such and such, or we're gonna go X and Y, whatever. And I remember being that kid still on the block, just sitting on the sidewalk with my basketball, seeing my friends living in RVs and shit, and wondering like, yo, man, how come I'm not doing that? You know what I'm saying? How come I'm not taking those trips?
Yeah.
But you know, that's where that comes from. You know what I mean? To be honest.
Yeah.
You know?
So now what you, like you just said, touched on, like, your parents wasn't trying as hard as your grandma was. How do you feel that kind of shaped you to this day? With your parents not being there for you as much and your grandma still being there for you?
Seeing her taking care of everybody still, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I was a kid. My brothers were kids. She had her kids that she was still taking care of. That was one of them was my dad.
Right.
You know, so seeing that growing up, seeing her being independent, and seeing her how she hustled and she did what she had to do, even though maybe she didn't want to do it, but she did it out of the love because she knew that that was the right thing to do.
Right.
So that's where I really get it from. Seeing her doing all that stuff that she was supposed to do, man, not even supposed to do, what she wanted to do. Right. At the end of the day, that could be let on to anybody else, but if you don't want to really do it, you don't gotta fucking do it.
It's not my real.
It's not responsibility. It wasn't her responsibility to take care of me and my brothers. It wasn't her responsibility to do shit for anybody.
Right.
Her responsibility was already raise her kids. Now it's my dad's responsibility to take care of us. So therefore, she took that responsibility to take care of us as well too. And the way I look at it is like, the only way I can pay her back, rest in peace. The only way I could have paid her back is be successful. Not really sit there and be like, oh, yo, why can't I get this? Why can't I that? Yo, I'm gonna make that shit for me and my kids. You know, that's really what it comes down to.
For sure. Now with you being in high school and shit, now you still just got your grandma and shit. And how did that, like I said, like, I mean, sometimes when people don't got their parents in their life and shit like that, they get in high school, they start wilding. What kept you from being like gangbanging and shit like that?
Well, shit, I ain't even gonna lie. That shit was cool to me, man, because growing up from a family that I come from, you know, I'm not saying too much, but growing up from a family that I come from, it makes you feel some type of power, bro. It makes you feel some type of way in the sense of.
The power come from what? You said like the gangbang part made you feel some type of power?
Like me being a kid, seeing the experiences of my family members being gangbangers, right, and knowing that I can do whatever the fuck I want and no one gonna do shit to me. That shit is like, it's intriguing, and I can see why people can fall for that lifestyle real fast. But they told me to really think about that lifestyle if I really want to do that, because I'm always gonna look behind your back, no matter what. So seeing my family members grow up, my brothers, whatever the case may be, I learned from that, and I realized, yo, that's not the lifestyle I want. You know what I mean? That's not where I want to be. Coming from that background of lifestyle, you know, it's crazy. Me and my cousin Jesse, that's involved with me with this, we're actually the first successful business owners in our whole family on both sides. So for major. Us, that's a major. That's major. We're about to we hit 4 years this year. Yeah. On the 17th. Yeah. We're about to hit 4 years. 5.
That's some real shit.
Next year is gonna be our 5th year. And we're gonna do what we did in the beginning of the shop when we opened up. Give back. I'm gonna give free haircuts, free food. We get everything free, man. Yeah. And that's what I'm gonna do once my 5th year comes around next year.
You're really looking out for your community.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Cause man, I grew up right here, man. Right. I grew up right here, and I know what it is to grow up by Tijuana. People don't know what the fuck that is. You know what I'm saying? People get scared to come down here.
Right. They just know the old shit.
But they don't even really know. Like, it's not that bad, bro. Yeah. It's not that bad. And basically, you know, I just want to give back, bro. Because I grew up right here, like I said. So I know what that feels like. The same feelings I feel, some kid might out here feel the same way I feel. Right. We just don't know about it.
100%. What were you like in high school? I know you like in a party crew and shit like that. So what was high school like for you? Because I mean, in a party crew, that shit is jumping. I mean, I'm sure, especially in high school.
I mean, in high school, man, I was still trying to figure shit out. But I was trying to cope with me being part of the party crews, me being a crumper, me being the cool guy, me trying to be swagged out. It wasn't really like, oh, I'm trying to go to school and learn shit. Because
Mhm.
it wasn't really like that for me. It was more so like, I'm going to school and I'm gonna promote these parties I'm throwing.
Yeah.
Because I want you to come and pay $5, $10 at the door.
Right.
That's really what I use school for.
Mhm.
Um, but school was fun as fuck.
Mhm.
School was fun as fuck.
And you
Going
went to
back,
Southwest.
I went to South. Shit, I went all over the Sweetwater District.
Okay. Wait. You was
Should I
Southwest.
I hit Olympian,
Okay.
East Lake,
Oh shit.
Bonita,
Uh-huh.
Chula, and Southwest, and this was all my freshman year.
Yeah. How the hell was you moving so much freshman
Just
year?
being bad, man. Being around with my people, my party crew people.
Yeah.
Went to the same school. We would just always get into some shit, man.
Mhm.
Into some shit just to feed that void. A lot of us try to feed, and we don't really know what it is, but we just trying to be cool.
That's what I was just about to ask. Like, what void do you feel like that? I guess like maybe like a brotherhood or something that y'all just like a crew together. What void do you feel like that was even like
It was like a brotherhood for sure.
Mhm.
It was like, yo,
without even having to be in a gang?
exactly, like, yo, we're gonna go to rallies. If you ain't got no money, I got you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
It
like
was
I got
like
my
that.
team with me.
Yeah, hey man, we're gonna go throw a party on the weekend. We're gonna go such and such house, and that's where we're gonna stay, and we're gonna stay
Yeah.
there the whole weekend.
For sure.
It was like a fraternity in a sense.
Exactly. That's what I was kind of like getting that.
But
in
that
my
shit
mind
got
as well.
cracked. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah, that
It
shit
was
got
one of them
cracked.
fraternities.
Yeah, hell yeah. It was nice, man. High school was nice, but I don't have no regrets. But if I can go back and do something different, I'd probably do something different.
In high school, but you probably would have focused a little more on your studies and shit.
Most definitely.
Mm.
Most definitely.
Did you, after high school, did you think about how you wanted to go to college or what you were going to do after that? And that was never even in the works for you?
But
in
you
your
know what,
mind?
man? After high school, to me, high school ended 2009. I'm class of 2010.
Mhm.
But to me, high school ended 2009. That's when my mom passed away. So after high school, I didn't really have I didn't even finish high school, to be real with you, bro.
Mm.
I had 3 credits left to finish high school. I had that incident happen, and I said, man, fuck it. I'm going to go get to this paper. And that's when I started cutting hair consistently. Instead of my senior year, I wasn't in school. I was at the barber school my senior year. And I dedicated my shit to that. That's really where I was at my senior year.
You ever think about going back to get your shit?
My GD and
yeah.
my honestly, nah, bro. There's no need. I'm already
Okay.
too advanced.
Mhm.
I'm already too advanced to some people that have it.
Right.
And it's not even being cocky. It's just it comes down to a mindset.
And your experiences.
It comes down to goals. It comes
Mhm.
down to those days where I would sit outside on the sidewalk and remembering all those things.
Mhm.
That's where it really comes down to.
Right.
If you ain't never felt that, you ain't never gonna know what I'm talking
Right.
about.
You can't cope with what he's talking about.
Exactly. It's just a different breed when you're raised like that,
Yeah.
Once you get something that you've always wanted and you get it and you were raised like that, you ain't never gonna let go of it.
This is something you always wanted.
And this is something right here where I've always wanted.
Mm.
Exactly where I'm at, I manifested this shit.
So now with you, like you said, when you got you 12th grade, how do you even, because obviously that shit was some hard shit, how do you even handle losing your moms? And then still going forth to strive for barber school.
You know what, man? When my mom passed away, I was in a place where I was starting to get my shit together. Starting going to school, started being there. But when my mom passed away, I'm about to get deep, but I remember being there at the hospital with my moms and seeing her on life support. And I remember seeing her and I remember them telling me, like, you could speak to her, but she's not gonna respond back.
Right.
So I remember telling her everything that I've done today, to this day, bro. I remember telling her I was gonna do all that. I remember I was gonna tell her I was gonna become the best barber. I told her I was gonna have the barbershop at Gloria's Beauty Salon down the street from high school, down the street from where I grew up. I remember all that shit, bro. So my mom's anniversary just passed on the 29th of October, back in 2009. So since then till now, I'm a business owner.
Mm.
I'm pretty sure she wouldn't be no more proud than what she really is already. You know what I mean?
Right.
So going through that experience with my moms, it was kind of tough, man, because I've come to realize, like, a lot of us out here really depend on that one person,
Real.
but you got to depend on yourself, bro.
Because that one person may not always be there.
That person's not always going to be here. That's a guaranteed fact that we all have out here, is that we're not all going to be here, man.
We all gonna die.
We all going to leave. That's all what we have in common.
Mhm.
That's a for sure fact. And her leaving made me realize, like, yo, I was only 16, bro.
Mm.
Going on 17.
Yeah.
I remember a lot of
You're
shit.
still a youngster.
I'm still a youngster. I'm about to be 30 next week, bro.
Next week.
Next week.
Gonna go
Sunday.
up there.
I'll put my Venmo out soon. Her passing was crazy, but it was probably one of the biggest blessings. As
wow.
crazy as that sounds.
Yeah.
Just because my mindset where I'm at now.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe if she would still be here, I probably wouldn't be who I am today.
Mm-hmm.
Because she was always there, bro. It wasn't never an option where it was like she wasn't there. It was like, if something happens, so we all go to my mom's. Hey,
Right.
this and that, my mom's. But I was always the one that was like, nah, I'm gonna go to the streets. I'm gonna go hang out with the homies.
Right.
I'm gonna go sell weed. I'm gonna go hide my weed on the bushes outside so my mom won't smell my weed.
Yeah.
But her being like that and me being how I was made me who I am today, man. That's really what it
So
comes
you
down
got a positive out. I mean, like you said, it's crazy to sound. You took the positive from that because it's like you could. That's all about perspective. It's like you could take that how you want to, but you chose to take that as a positive thing, and how I'm gonna turn this into what I'm trying to do today.
But that's how you go. That's how you have to do.
Mm-hmm.
As a parent, me myself, as seeing parents nowadays, a lot of us get fucked up. A lot of us need to realize that we're here to teach our kids. Our kids are not ours; they're being borrowed.
And what you mean by that?
At any moment, God can take them from us.
Okay.
At any moment,
Right.
At any moment, God can take us from our kids.
100%.
That's 1,000%.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
1,000%.
So at the end of the day, sometimes we gotta just teach our kids and teach the youth a better way, how we were taught.
Mm-hmm.
Nowadays, shit's fucked up, bro. It's different.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy out here.
So now, what you growing up like? How do you incorporate that to you being a parent now?
Well, you know what? Being a parent is probably the toughest job you have as an individual.
I praise to it.
That's probably the toughest job, the toughest task you will ever have in life. My situation is a little different. It's been crazy this year. I have two kids, 11 and 10. I just had a brand new baby that was just born on the 19th of October. And I also have a stepson that's 3 years old. Me being about to be 30.
The 19th this year, October?
This year, just last month.
Nigga. Okay.
Last
Okay.
month,
Okay.
I'll show you pictures
that was
later.
some low key shit.
I'll show you pictures later.
I don't know how the fuck. I don't know. I didn't do this thing in more than 10 years, nigga. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay.
That's because the BiGG Umbrella wasn't watching that.
That's
day.
what it was.
The BiGG Umbrella wasn't. That's with 2 G's, by the way. Hey, but nah, man. Being a parent without having your parents there, having that guidance that can teach you how to be a better parent or how to teach you when something goes wrong, it's tough. Me growing up, not having my parents, me having my grandma. My grandma wasn't really gonna be there to be like, "Yo, do this, do that, do this." My grandma was worried about making sure everything was straight.
So got lots of people to provide for.
Exactly. So me being a kid, young as fuck, bro, I didn't really know what I was doing.
And you had your baby young.
I was only like 18, bro.
Yeah. So that was 2 years after your mom passed. And like that was heavy.
Fast. Life changed drastically.
Mm-hmm.
So fuck, man, it's crazy because being a parent is really tough. I understand why a lot of people would give up, but it's not that hard, bro.
And I can't give up.
I would never give
I
up.
couldn't. That's just not.
Even if I had $5, I've had $5 at one point, and I still wouldn't give up. You know what I'm saying?
That's not an option.
That's
for
why.
myself.
That's why being a parent is tough right now. Right now I have a situation with my kids. They don't really want to see me, not even in picture. But I always pray for them. I always love them. I just wish them nothing but the best, man. And whenever they're ready, I'm here, bro.
Yeah.
So
with that shit, like what you said, like that's something hard to even take on. How do you handle that? Like with your kids, you saying don't even want to see you in a picture and shit like that. Like what even brought it to that point?
If you know my story, if you know what's happened, you know.
For sure.
Sometimes people paint a picture of you that's not even true.
Right.
Sometimes it has to do with the person that you're being raised with. Sometimes it has to be with their mindset of what they have, what they went through. So therefore, they're blinded themselves. So they're going to continue those cycles in a sense of like, I was damaged with my dad, so I'm going to keep you damaged with your dad.
And that's
no lie, I don't give a fuck what anybody says. That's what's really going on. That's what's really going on. My kids live down the street, bro. My kids don't come see me, bro. Why is that? I don't know.
You know.
Oh, we all know.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
You know.
100%.
Hey, you know.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's just one of those things where it's like, I've tried to reach out. People might think whatever the case may be, but I've tried to reach out.
Right.
But when you're getting dissed by your child and your child is talking to you like a grown up,
Mm.
I'd rather just wait for them to come look for me, because I'm calling to try to be a good person and to try to see how they're doing. But when they hit you with disrespect and they hit you with certain words, it's like, yo, hit me up whenever you want to come see me.
That's like, wait.
Because at the end of the day, you know me, bro.
Mm.
Since my day one, since all my kids have been born, I've been there, bro.
Oh, I know.
That's all I can say.
Yeah.
You know, on that topic. But at the end of the day, all I can say is that, you know, we some of us come to this world to build something for our kids. And this is an OG told me this. We come to this world to build some shit for our kids. But at the end of the day, we don't really know if our kids want to be what we built for them.
Right. They might want to take a whole nother path than what you built.
This is what you want to do.
Mm.
This barbering shit is what I want to do.
Right.
What about if my kid don't want to be a barber?
Exactly.
What about if your kid don't want to have a podcast?
You know what I mean?
And that's where we get it fucked up sometimes as parents.
I feel you.
Because we push it
another
so
guest said
hard.
that.
We push it so hard to make sure that they're, this is, I left this for you. But at the end of the day, no. We do everything that we do now for ourselves.
But like you said, like, we don't know if they're going to want to take on that legacy. But hopefully, even though I built this for you, this could still be something that can help you out, obviously financially or whatever the case may be.
Because the way I look at this barbering, it's like longevity. It's always going to give to me, bro. As long as I stop.
Now, touching on that longevity, how long you been a barber?
Officially with my license, I've been cutting hair since...
Not unofficial, in the garage.
Unofficially, 15 years, bro. 15 years. I'm about to hit 30, so I'm about to be... Half of my life I've been cutting hair. And I tell you what, man. This is my only job I've ever had.
Cutting hair?
Cutting hair, bro. I've never done nothing else. It's just something I put my mind to it. Like, shout outs to Ray Ramon from Exclusive Cuts.
Oh, yeah.
Those are my dogs right there, man.
Yeah.
I know I don't see them dudes a lot, and whatever the case may be, but them dudes took me under the wing, bro.
They gave you that start.
They gave me that start, bro.
I'm not even going to front. I think I was going to
they
Ramon
gave me that,
before I was going to you.
Yeah, exactly. And I remember seeing you and being like, yo, I would tell myself, like, this nigga Pancho don't know what the fuck he's doing. He don't come get haircuts with me.
Yeah.
You know? So that's where that came about. But honestly, man, major shout outs to Ramon. He cuts up the Padre players. He cuts up Machado and all those guys. And that shit is dope coming from where we come from, because he comes from the same background as me in Pearl Beach. But he was the one that kind of like gave me that thrive. Nowadays, barbers are soft as fuck.
What you mean by that?
They don't want to work. They don't want to come in early. They don't want to leave late. They have FOMO, bro. They have fear of missing out what they did last week and the following week and the following month and the following year. You're going to do the same shit every fucking weekend, bro. But my boy Ramon, I remember he was tough as fuck with me, bro. He would tell me my shit sucked. He would tell me, yo, that shit's not fire. Yo, he would tell me, yo, you fucking suck. You fucking suck. Till one day I was like, yo, man, if you don't like how I fucking cut hair, then you do the fucking haircuts, bro. Don't shoot me the haircuts. You do the haircuts. The other business owner, Ray, he was like, yo, let me talk to you. He broke it down to me. He's like, yo, he's not talking shit to you because he wants you to fail. He's talking shit to you because he wants you to succeed. As a young kid at that shop, being 18, I didn't really comprehend what the fuck that was said.
Right, because these are more like grown adults talking to you. So you like, damn, you really talking down on me, bro.
Exactly. Like, you trying to belittle me, bro. Fuck you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, getting that type of shot. Like, fuck you, always
coming from
shit.
where I come from is like, oh, come on, bro. I gotta slap you. Where's the powder at? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I gotta slap you. Money Mike shit. But at the end of the day, that day, bro, I remember it so much, and I still remember to this day, because they had that conversation with me, and it was a Friday, and that following Monday, bro, I came into the shop and shit clicked to me, bro. That shit clicked to me, bro.
After he told you, like, he's not talking shit to you, he's trying to lift you up.
Exactly, bro. And it all clicked to me.
What was the first shop you was cutting at?
At Exclusive Cuts, right there on Palm Avenue on 16th Street.
I know you did some moving. Then after that, like, so I guess let us know about that.
I did 2010 and 2014 Exclusive Cuts. Then from 14 to 17, I went to San Diego Clippers off 28th Street by the base. It was like a couple months, maybe like 2 months with my boy Frank. And then from there, I went to Ace of Fades with Polo. And I was there from 14 to like 17. And then from 17 to like 18, I was at Mikey Rich at the mall at Plaza Bonita
moving
with my boy John. But I'll get into that. And then from there, I went to Elevate with my boy Jeremy. So from 18, so literally from 18 to 18, I moved with my boy Jeremy at Elevate on Palm. And then during that 18th year, I came over here to open my shop. But everything that I learned in every single shop that I went to, I realized, like, It don't matter where you work. It don't matter where you're at. It don't matter none of that shit. If you keep the same work ethic that you kept from the beginning and the following and the next to come, you're always gonna keep working how you work.
Mm.
Wherever you work at before you open your business is practice.
Mm-hmm.
You're practicing
Yeah.
for your shit.
You had a lot of practice for this.
I had a lot of practice.
And now look at
exactly.
now
And-
it's like a legacy you really created.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why I opened Catch This Fade Barbershop. You know what I mean? Where I grew up.
For
To
sure.
inspire people.
Have you ever had a shitty cut?
Always.
Always. No.
And
You actually given one.
In the beginning.
Nigga, cause I remember I had, a little something this
Yeah,
one time.
yeah,
We
yeah,
like,
yeah,
nigga, I don't know if we gonna do this no more, nigga.
Yeah. It was like a simple design. I remember it was like a simple design, and it like the waves wasn't. I didn't really know much about the waves, but and that's how we learned, though, bro.
Exactly, because he ain't never did that shit, never.
Yeah, and so that shit was fucking hilarious. I remember he was like, "Oh, I think I'm gonna take some time." Like I was like, "It's all good."
Nigga, it's like a little thick. I don't know about this little design, nigga. It's a little.
The ridges was like it was like a real wave. It was like a real wave. But yeah, man, hey, shit, that's how we all learn, bro.
Mhm.
We all have learning experiences. That was one of them for sure.
Yeah. So now I'm thinking like you got all this shit on your plate. What's your mental health like, or even how you even handle stress with all this shit happening to you like all the goddamn time?
I'm a big believer in God gives his battles to his toughest soldiers.
Mm.
I believe I'm one of them.
Mm.
I believe he's always knocking at my door. Not even him, the man from downstairs, and we all know he's always knocking at your door, putting tests in your way. And I felt like everything that he's done is more so to see my background family, my history. I feel like they want me to be in the position where I'm there. But the fact that I don't fall and fold on all kinds of shit, and I still keep going forward, and I still make sure my shit is still successful, that's tough.
Mm.
It's one of the toughest things, but it's a mindset, bro. It really is you gonna let that shit break you? You gonna let that shit make you?
Mm.
I let that shit make me, bro.
So what's some shit like you had like been barbering your whole damn life?
Right.
What's some shit that people don't know about you that you really enjoy doing? Or they wouldn't even guess.
Shit, that's a tough one right now
Mm.
because I'm doing a whole lot of different stuff out of my comfort zone.
Right.
But one thing I love to do is I love to travel. Ever since I started traveling, I love that shit.
Where have you been so far?
I mean, I've been all over Mexico.
Mhm.
I fucking love Mexico. That's the
Yeah.
motherland. I've been to Tulum.
Yeah.
Been to Cabos.
Mhm.
I've been to Tijuana. Everybody knows Tijuana.
Right.
Shout out to Comida China, if you know.
Oh, he shouting them out.
What he said he shot him
Oh, he
out.
shouting them out.
Obviously, Rosarito, Ensenada, the basics, Guadalajara, all kinds of places, man, in Mexico. I'm most likely the most beautiful places in Mexico. But I love being in Mexico, bro. I know I ain't gonna get the fuck up out of here and go to Europe and visit different shit. But that's one thing I love to do is spending money on a bottle or going to the club or shit that I used to do before. I'd rather just catch that flight. I'd rather catch that flight and get inspired, come back with more motivation than I ever had. You know what I mean?
What brought you to now and be on that path? Like you said, you was popping balls at the club and shit. Now, what made you think like, you know what, that's not for me no more?
Shit, I'm about to be 30. I'm in my prime. This is where by the time I'm 40, I'm trying to be in another level. Most people are trying to figure it out right now. Most people are still going to the club and trying to be cool and look cool in front of people. But at the end of the day, if they only realize that 2-hour experience, I'd rather get that whole weekend experience and memory. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I love to travel because wherever I go, I love to take my clippers and do what I love to do.
And somebody always looking for a goddamn haircut.
Always, bro. Whether it could be the beach, where it could be in the Eiffel Tower, where it could be in shit in Qatar,
Yeah.
where it could be at the World Cup. It don't matter.
You really trying to make some moves.
Oh, I'm always trying to just like my boy B Rail said prior to this interview. It's all about connections. It's all about making connections, man. You will never know where. You've been with me in LA at the Michael Vincent Academy.
Yes, sir.
I was out there trying to do experiences and learning people and learning about people and trying to connect with them to open up those doors for me. Because no one in this world will open up doors unless you ain't trying.
like you were just talking about connections. So what you been out here in San Diego and cutting, like, did you make a lot of connections with, I mean, obviously outside of barber, like what type of connection do you feel you made that's been relevant?
Bro, I've made connections from doctors to priests to cops to drug dealers to basketball players, Mexican league, you know what I mean? Baseball players, all kinds of connections, man. Um, that's really what barbering has done for me. Open up so many doors that wherever I go, I feel like a local celebrity. As weird as it sounds, some people I know do a lot of shit and whatever, but wherever I go, I really feel that welcoming wherever I go because people know me like, hey, Mario, what's
Right.
up, bro? Like, you ain't working or whatever the case may be. I need a cut. Sometimes they're full of shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they can book online. But, you ain't got to tell me like, yo, I'm trying to get a cut. You don't tell me you ain't trying to get a cut because you seen me post.
Right.
Book your appointment. Stop playing. And motherfuckers act like, oh, it's because I don't know how. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. You know how. You know how to book an appointment. You over there laying down in the bed with your boo, Uber eating it. You know, everybody's out there Uber eating and getting tacos del gordo. Stop playing.
Oh,
like,
shit.
Book that shit. It's only 30 seconds, bro. You know?
Hello. Okay. Well, I was definitely going to touch on, like, since you was talking about, like, the stuff that you like to do traveling. I see, like, now you've really been picking up working out.
Right.
What inspired that?
I want to build longevity with my health, such as my barbering. My boy Emilio Arellano, he plays ball and shit. He motivated me to want to do better too as well, just because he's seen how I move and he's seen that he wanted me to be grown with him too, like everybody else, like I see here that I fuck with. I want to see them to have longevity.
Right.
At the end of the day, it's like we trying to be good, and we try to teach our kids how to teach the right way, but sometimes we forget to be mobile and to be able to be agile and be able to be ready to move if something happens. We forget about that shit. That's a big aspect. I come from a big heavy set family. I was on my way there. You know what I'm saying? I was looking like a protein style in and out double with onions.
Onions.
You know? I was trying to get rid of that look, and I'm working on it right now to this day. That's really it, man. That's why I picked it up, and now it's like I look for
a lifestyle.
It now. It's a lifestyle, exactly.
How often you go to the gym now, or every type of workouts you do?
I go 6 days a week.
6 days.
6 days a week. I'm in there by 7 a.m. at 24 Hour Fitness on 8th Street. You can catch me there if you want. And we're in there working, bro.
Yeah.
We're in there doing strength and conditioning, and it's about 45 to an hour workout, and we do 8 workouts to 6 workouts, 4 or 3 different times, and we're just moving like a circuit.
You got a favorite type of workout you like to do now since you've been like doing this shit now?
To be honest, I'm a fat boy naturally, so I love to eat. Do I like to work out? Fuck no. But I do it because I know it's going to benefit me in the long run. But if I like a specific workout that I like to do, fuck no. You know what I mean?
Like, I don't like none of them.
I don't like none of them bitches.
Yeah, but you still in there doing it. That's your dedication.
The motherfuckers help me out. That's me being real. You catch me on the gram talking shit, but it's not because I'm talking shit to anybody. I'm just talking shit because I'm like, fuck, I'd rather be in the bed laying down.
Like that last one, this nigga, he was up there like, you ain't really working out.
Exactly.
You ain't working out.
Yeah.
You just talking like you do.
Exactly.
On a wall, working out. You ain't working out.
And I know a lot of people that just post shit. That's why I did it.
Yeah.
Just to inspire them. It's not even to be like, yo, I'm better than you. No.
Nah, because other people took it as like, hey, who you talking to? It was
exactly.
Like, bro, I'm not talking to nobody.
I'm not talking about nobody. You know?
I'm not talking about nobody.
I'm not talking about nobody. But I'm just saying, like, at the end of the day, sometimes people take it of like a challenge or like a threat. But at the end of the day, it's like, man, I'm competing with myself.
Right.
In reality, I'm trying to compete with myself. I'm trying to get to where you met me when I was skinny. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I was just about to ask, like, what type of sense are you working out? What type of goal that you had in mind that you're trying to
I'm trying to be slim fit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I ain't even trying to be like, yeah, I can't even wipe my ass when I'm taking a shit type guy, buff. No, I'm just trying to be cut, be able to be mobile.
Yeah.
If some shit cracks off, you never know. Earthquake, tsunami, be ready to move. You know what I'm saying?
Earthquake, tsunami?
You never know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I could say, yo, get down with this dude or such and such, but I ain't even about fighting. I'm talking about being mobile. Something happens, boom, you're ready to move.
Yeah.
Ready to move, make a left move, right move, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
That's why I work out, because I want to be ready to whatever the fuck happens.
Exactly. You just about to be ready. I see you got a whole bunch of tattoos. Like, what even got you into? What was actually your first tattoo? If you could even remember that shit.
Damn, you're gonna do this to me right now.
Nigga, it don't matter if you don't remember. You don't
No,
remember.
I remember. That's the thing.
Oh, okay.
That's the thing. I remember.
Okay.
And to my wife, I'm sorry right now if you hear this, but I was 14 years old and I got a girl's name tatted on me, bro.
At 14.
At 14, I was fucking
What the hell was you thinking?
At 14, I was, like I said, I was trying to figure out life, man. And I said, man, I look hard.
This nigga trying to figure out life at 14.
I said,
okay.
I said, man, if I tat my girl's name, I know she gonna give me pussy.
I know she gonna love me.
He didn't
even say love. He said she gonna give me the pussy.
It ain't even
Holy shit.
Hey, and it worked. It worked. You know what I mean? It worked. But bro, that was my first tattoo, a girl's name. And then after that, I got my sister's portrait.
You still have that tattoo?
Oh, it's covered.
Okay.
It's covered.
Okay.
To everybody that wondering, it's covered.
We don't need to know the name.
Yeah, and if you know, you know.
Yeah, so there we go.
But yeah, man, I've been getting tatted ever since, bro. Since I was 14, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Never got caught by my moms, nobody. So at 14, getting tatted, yeah, that's your ass.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, God damn.
You ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck the party cruise. You know what I'm saying?
But now who you getting tatted by now?
Now, I'm getting tatted by a childhood friend. My boy Lalo. Of course. He's known as Gore.
Yeah, he did my name.
HQ Tattoo next to Armando's on Palm Avenue. The original.
You got it.
You know?
Exclusive.
That's my guy, man. He's been tatting me ever since he's been tatting. You know what I mean? I know I was probably one of his inspirations. I remember he would work at Costco and, you know, he was still trying to do something for himself. And I remember he was always a tagger. He was always doing his thing, you know? So I remember him coming to the shop, seeing me doing my thing. And I would tell him like, bro, you can do the same thing, you know? And, you know, and me and Polo kind of like inspired him to become who he is today. Not in a full sense of like, we were there, we were shooting, you know, at the gym like Drake. No, we wasn't doing none of that. Right. We was there kind of telling him like, bro, we can do it, you can do it. Now my guy is a successful businessman. Yeah. He has a brand, you know what I'm saying? Check him out, HQ Tattoos.
For sure.
You know?
Yeah, I know about it because like I said, like he did my neck and he did that shit in like 15 minutes. I was like, wait, he told me he was going to do it in 15 minutes. I was like, are you serious? He was like, no, it's going to be 15 minutes.
Yeah, and everybody listening like, he's tripping.
That's what I thought he was tripping too. I was like, bro, it's not gonna be that fast. But like, no, it's gonna be that fast.
No, he did it that fast.
And it came out super clean like that. So that was like you said, like big ups to him anyway. He's really doing his fucking thing out here. So what you have in this shop and how you had it for 5 years, are you planning on having any other shops or like this is what you just want to be your main hub type shit? Or what's like your plans with this shop and the name alone?
Well, I just hit this shop 4 years. So next year would be 5 years in November. But if this is my only shop, no, I just want to build this shop to the point where if I have open another shop, this one's going to be running smooth like if I was here.
Right.
Ever since COVID, man, COVID took a lot of hustle from a lot of people, but built a lot of hustle for a lot of people. Nowadays, people don't work like they used to when I started working. They don't have the same drive as man, like you remember, bro, we used to charge $15, $20 a haircut. Yeah. Now we're charging $35, $40 a haircut. And I don't understand why the fuck these young barbers think that they do one sick ass haircut and they put it on the gram, they get a couple comments and they think they're the best barber in the world. Nah, bro.
Because you came from like
Let me see you work 9 to 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years. Yeah. Then I'll be like, okay.
You really put in the fucking work.
Bro, I still put in the fucking work.
Oh, I know.
I still work 9 to 9.
Yeah. So
but it's a mindset, man.
That also gonna touch on now, like, how do you balance you being a business owner for so long? How'd you keep it successful and this shit going? Because it's like business, like you said, COVID go up and down. How did you manage to come out successful?
I still stayed up in this bitch. Still stayed in here working. I'm still available for my clients. I was more available more than I ever was. I was more busier than I ever was in my barber career. Just because people were looking for that haircut. When you open a business, I feel like you have to be there all the time. I don't give a fuck how rich you are, bro. You have to be there. You have to be aware of what's going on. You have to tap in everything that you do, bro. So therefore, this is my goal. This barbershop that I have here was my goal. It was nobody else's goal. So whoever left and whoever stayed, I appreciate them because they taught me and they made me realize, like, at the end of the day, since 2009, I must do my own shit.
And that's worked for you so far.
I don't. Yeah, exactly. I don't need nobody. That's the thing. It's not that I don't need nobody. It's just you can't depend on people, bro.
Because you know everybody got their own life and things happen. So it's like sometimes they're gonna be there and sometimes they're not. but you need to be here, like you said, for your business.
And people have different goals.
Exactly.
That's what it really comes down to. People that have different goals.
Mm-hmm.
They want to do different shit.
Exactly. You know.
What about if she's naked trying to show me something? See what I mean? Like that's the type of wife I have. Like it could be randomly. See?
Okay.
I'm not even trying to be funny.
Okay.
Like
no, and it
happens.
I didn't
like,
think you was being funny.
It's like, have you ever seen the Neighborhood Watch? What is it called?
That's a funny ass movie.
What's that movie called?
That's a funny movie, right?
Neighborhood Watch, right?
Yeah.
And you know how homie's serious about trying to figure out who's killing these people?
Yeah.
And he walks into his house and his wife's half naked,
like,
oh, I'm ready, baby. You know what I'm saying? It could happen.
Right.
It could happen.
And so what you have in that situation, do you is that a good situation for you to be in, or do you be like,
That's a great situation, because if that were to happen to me and I was Neighborhood Watch, I'll tell everybody wait outside.
Uh-huh.
I'll be out there right now.
Yeah.
Give me like 10 minutes.
So what even made you lock this one down?
This one? Oh, man. Shout out to all women worldwide.
Uh-huh. All women worldwide?
All women worldwide. But women that are not from the States, they're built different.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I can say.
Uh-huh.
So if I get deeper, bitches is gonna be like,
okay.
And I'm not even calling them bitches.
We don't need that.
I'm not even calling them bitches like that. I take that back.
Right.
These young women, older women,
these young beautiful creatures that we call
God
human
bless
beings.
all you guys. But at the end of the day, it's like they're gonna be like, well, I do all that. And at the end of the day, we don't gotta get to topic of what my wife does for me.
Right.
My wife does for me what she does, and that's why I made her my wife.
Exactly.
And women, y'all gotta look out for your man. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
Take care of him.
So now what you having a new youngster, now you starting over the process. How is that for you?
I feel like Lord Raiden from Mortal Kombat. I know what the fuck I'm doing.
Raiden?
Lord Raiden.
Okay. All right. The nigga with the electricity and the hat and
the Thunder Guard.
Okay.
The Thunder Guard.
Yeah. Okay.
I know what the fuck I'm doing now. I know what I'm doing.
Because you have some practice.
It's been practice.
Yeah.
Many years.
And now you got this one, and this is a good situation for you. So now y'all can actually build on that.
I've been through hell and back, and with this kid, it's like shit, man. I'm back where I was when I was a kid. I lost so many years of me feeling young and me feeling like happy and me feeling motivated to do shit. With this child, it's like, man, this is probably gonna be my last child. You know, I know what I'm doing now. I know what I need to do. I know what level I need to take. I know what measures I need to take to make sure that my child is okay. And also having a stepson. I've been around nothing but little girls. Now having a stepson, you know, he's young. He's 3 years old. Now it's more like I gotta be a good role model to show him how to be a good man. Because there's so many men out here, but a lot of us are not good men. No matter what the situation or whatever the case may be for anybody. A lot of us think that, you know, being cool, fucking bitches, doing all kinds of crazy shit, that's cool. But some of us being successful and being right to their wife or to their girlfriend or to their kids or being there on time, showing up to their events, that's cool. You know? So it's for sure an eye-opening. I feel good about it, and I'm just ready to see what the future brings, bro.
You kind of touched on how some people are just not good dudes and stuff. What do you feel makes you a good dude?
Well, look, I must speak from my experience.
Of course.
My dad. You know, rest in peace to my dad. You know, I love him because of him bringing me to this world. But in a sense, my dad chose drugs over his kids. My dad chose to be out there and to be about himself instead of worrying about his kids.
Right.
I worry about my kids. I take care of my kids. Like I spoke earlier, my situation with my kids is different. But one thing I know my kids can say, and anybody that knows me that can say whatever, I've always been there for my kids. And there's more people that would know that. Exactly. And there's people that would know that, man, my kids aren't here for me, but they won't give a fuck. They'll become drug addicts, or they'll become, I don't know, they won't give a fuck about them. They won't make sure they don't have money, or they won't make sure they won't even worry about if they ate, bro. But me, for myself, I speak for myself. My dad taught me what not to be. He showed me a lot. For him not even being around, but he taught me a lot, bro. He taught me what not to be, bro. And that's to make sure you're always there.
So is that like you said, your dad chose drugs over his taking care of his kids? Is that what kind of strayed you away from now not doing drugs or being out there in the street just on drugs?
Yeah, most definitely. Coming from a background of drug addicts, most definitely, bro. I've seen it all. You know what I mean? What everything that can do, and bro, it's more to life than that. You know,
Yeah,
I'd rather be in debt with taking a trip than to be in debt with a fucking drug dealer that can kill me down the street
yeah.
whenever.
That's for real. That's some real shit right there,
You
like what
know?
you just said.
So that's how I look at it. You know?
Yeah. So that's good to even that you kept away from that shit because you already seen the worst of the worst and what you can actually be. So that's what actually kind of brought you here from seeing the worst of the worst, and now you in this position today.
Right.
So, something else you want to touch on?
Whatever you want to touch on. I wanted to answer my wife and be like Jackie Chan, Chris Tucker, like, we all filming right now.
Well, nigga, why didn't you do that?
Nah. He said, we all filming right now.
Nigga, you should do that. I will call you back right now.
Nah, no, it's all good. It's all good.
Oh, okay, nigga, I was so serious, nigga.
He
Oh, okay. No.
said she might be nigga. You never know.
See that naked shit. That's that shit.
But she's trying to keep me happy. That's what I'm trying to get at with these
Yeah.
bitches out here. Like, they get it fucked up. And again, I'm sorry for
she's
saying
trying
bitches.
to keep you happy.
She's trying to make sure that dude
And
is locked
making
in.
sure.
She's making sure.
And so what you saying that, like, now coming from your prior relationship, you're not used to somebody trying to make sure that you happy.
Exactly.
Because you was trying to always make sure
Everybody
happy.
else was happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, huh?
So now this change has now made you look at that smile on your goddamn
Exactly.
face.
Yeah.
Got you smiling like a
Yo,
motherfucker.
fuck. You know, I'm glad it came when it came.
Mm-hmm.
That's you know, my prior relationship, it was
rocky.
different. It was rocky for sure.
It was rocky.
From the beginning to the end.
We
It
can
still
say
is.
the least.
It still is.
Yeah, it's rocky.
Crazy motherfuckers. But you know, this new one, man, y'all need to go to Mexico, fuck around. See, Puerto Vallarta, he knows what I'm talking about.
What's your favorite part of Mexico?
What's my favorite part of Mexico? That life is so slow, man. You can sit there and really reflect on life. Rather than over here, it's like life is like, yo, you gotta go, you gotta go, you gotta go, you gotta go. Rather than Mexico is more of a, yo, let me sit back and let me think about what the fuck I'm really doing in my life. Let me reflect on this shit. Life is cheaper over there, bro.
Oh, 100%. I know
Life is cheaper, and it's not because you're trying to be cheap, but it's just like people have the image of Mexico and they say, oh, it's dangerous. Motherfuckers, dangerous over here too.
Yeah.
We got Jeffrey Dahmers and all kinds of shit out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's real shit. So when people say like, oh, how can you go over there? You're so crazy. Like, no. I'm trying to learn the culture, bro.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, how you think you can get kidnapped in Mexico, you can get kidnapped here too, motherfucker.
Oh, 100%. You can kidnap anywhere. It just depends on where you at and the dude or whoever, woman, man, whatever child, whoever want to do it to you.
Exactly. And it could be a little ass kid from a grandma. Set your ass up.
Yeah.
Anywhere.
Also, another thing I want to touch on like what you having, you actually be providing for the community because you even let like the youngsters come in here and sweep up the hair and shit like that.
Correct.
So like, how many do you feel the youngsters you put on from sweeping up in the shop?
I put in a couple youngsters, but the most successful one was Johnny. He's a barber now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He just finished. He's about to finish apprentice school. I want to say maybe like 2 or 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
He's about to take his license pretty soon, and that's probably one of the biggest things I've ever done in this life. Remember meeting that kid, and you know, he didn't really have a father figure. He didn't really have mentors like that to guide him the right way. So I remember I had him when he was 16. He's 20 years old now. He lives by himself. Well, he lives with his girl. He has his little toys. But point being is that he grew up the same way I kind of grew up.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that I was able to open the doors for him and change his life and a different mindset and help him out grow as an individual and as a grown-up, man, that's better than me hitting the lotto.
Yeah, it was kind of like how Ramon took you under his wing, and it was like, now I got this platform of what I can do when I get my shop and how I'm going to do this.
Exactly. But it is a different aspect. Like, I took it differently because, like I said, wherever I went, I learned. And I learned that, you know, the way Ramon did it probably wasn't the best way to do it.
Right, of course.
But I adjusted that shit a little bit because the way I'm doing it is doing good. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I talk a little bit of shit, but it's not to the point where it's like, damn, I want to go swipe my fucking wrist and that's it. Like, nah, it's not like that.
It's all love and you're going to know that at the end of the day.
At the end of the day, it's like, I want to see you grow. That's it. Whether you stay here or you leave, wherever you go. As long as I know that you left here learning something, man, I'm winning.
So with those opportunities you always present to people, do you feel like that's reciprocated?
Most definitely. Maybe not as fast as I expected to, but I'll get mine. Patience.
Yeah.
Sure,
that's what's up. So shit, while we still got him on here, Is there anything that you wanted to touch on, promote, shout out, anything like that, just to let any people know what you got going on, any socials they could reach you on, wherever that may be?
Well, you can reach me at Mario Your Barber on Instagram, Facebook. Catch This Fade Barbershop, Instagram, Facebook. Another thing I want to touch on just real quick before anything, I just want to let people know, man, like no matter what you're going through, no matter how you feel, sometimes people are going through the same shit. As bad as you see people's lives on social media and you think that they're living a good lifestyle, that doesn't necessarily mean that they're living a good lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
They're just trying to show you to hide that void that they're really feeling inside.
That
A lot of
filter.
us go through shit that you would never imagine. Me, for myself, I'm one of
Yeah.
them. People probably see this podcast right now or see me how I move, but at the end of the day, motherfuckers don't really know what I go through on a daily
Right.
basis. They don't know what I feel. But what I'm trying to get at is reach out to someone, man. Speak to someone, man. Because there's more to life than social media, being popping, having a platform, having this and that. It's a mental thing out here. Nowadays, people base you off what you have and not who you are. And that's what we lost a lot of track on, is we have to base people on who they are and not what they have. People look at me because I have a Benz and they think I'm the man. But at the end of the day, it's just a fucking car, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a fuck about that car, bro. Base me for who I am.
Right.
So people need to reach out to talk to people, man. Me too, myself. I got to start reaching out to my homies on a random days and just be like, yo, how you doing?
Mm-hmm.
How you living? How's everything? Yo, whenever you need anything, I'm here. That's one thing as men, we get it fucked up, that we feel like we can't reach out to another man because, oh, he's a man. Nah, bro. A lot of us go through a lot of shit that we don't really speak on.
Yeah. That's
Regardless
all
of all this other bullshit that we got going on, social media, we have businesses, we have this, we have that. We have a lot of shit, but at the end of the day, we also lose train of thought of our brain, how we feel inside.
Mm.
That's the biggest thing. To be successful, your mindset has to be correct. You can have all kinds of shit going on, but if your mind's not right and you ain't really got the right path and you ain't really got the right thoughts, that shit don't mean nothing, bro.
And also with the people you surround yourself with, you also want some people to really be uplifting you and keep on praising you up and lifting you up type shit.
Correct.
Yeah, because the crowd, you also surround yourself with that negativity, that bad energies. That shit is never good for you.
Mm-hmm. Most definitely. And sometimes it could be from your family.
Hell yeah.
It could be
I'm sure you experienced.
Oh yeah, very experienced. It could be from your family to best friends to wife. Shit, it can be from your kids.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta just be aware, man.
Well, shit, there we go. We got another episode of the BiGG Umbrella Podcast. That's big with 2 G's. I'm going to repeat that. That's big with 2 G's, the BiGG Umbrella Podcast. And
2
it's a wrap.
G's.
For sure.
Yep.
Yeah. Finish my goddamn tequila, nigga.
The doble.
Nigga, now that doble hitting like a motherfucker. You better call your lady back.